So I will invite Taylor to ring the peace bell today. This is Taylor. And today, as in every generational service, we have children or youth sharing to the adults. So this is the time for the adults and children. So will the children bring the adults? And Cameron, come forward. Cameron. All children, youth, adults.
So who here has taken a journey anywhere? Have you ever left your house?
Including today.
Including today. Have you been to church? Have you been to the zoo? Have you been to the museum? Have you been to school? So we go places. We go places and we learn things when we go there. And Cameron just took a trip a little farther away than the zoo. Cameron's going to tell us where he went and who he went with first. Cameron and I are going to talk a little bit, and we're going to listen in and see what Cameron might share with us about his great trip. Where did you go? Who did you go with?
I went to Germany with the rest of my children's choir.
Where is Germany?
Europe.
I bet you didn't swim.
Oh, I did.
You did swim. Not all the way. All right, so you took a big plane.
It's huge.
Yeah, you flew to Germany. You went with the Rocky Mountain Children's Choir. What did you do there?
We sang, obviously. We sightseed a lot. We went to a couple different places in Germany. We went to Munich. There is München. And we went to this place called Wangen. And we had host families that we stayed with for about 3 days. When we first came, we were in Berlin for the first 2 days. That was my favorite because, I don't know, it kind of reminded me of here more than anything because it was the busiest place that we went to. And I got to see the remains of the Berlin Wall.
Yeah, the Berlin Wall, a place that used to divide people. Very big wall, very long, went for miles, and it kept people apart. And they tore that down. There's a little bit left so people remember. Yeah. So who did you sing for?
We sang for a couple of people. We sang at a couple of retirement homes. We also we did concerts for our host families. And then we had flyers that we just were hang up over town, and people would come. They saw it.
Yeah. Yeah, so some tourists came because they heard about this choir from the United States who was there.
Yep.
So your host family, did they speak English?
Actually, yeah, they did. One of them, he didn't speak much English, but he spoke Spanish. And so that's how I communicated with him. And then the other one spoke English. Okay,
so you from the United States and Denver went to Germany to speak Spanish. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Okay, welcome to the 21st century.
I was fortunate because one of the people in my choir had a host family who didn't speak any English at all. Right. And it's funny because he asked where's the bathroom and they brought him a basket of bread.
Different. Okay. Right. Did you learn to speak any German?
I learned a couple words, but I couldn't say I speak German.
Right. But you learned to ask people if they spoke English, if they were talking to you. Because you said that people came to you on the street and were...
Yeah, people were really nice. They'd come up to you on the street and they'd be like, how's your day going? You don't really see too much of that here. They'd have a 5-minute conversation with you if you let them.
And you like that? Yeah. And how do you ask someone in Germany if they speak English?
Expectancy English.
There you go. So part of having Cameron here is to get from him what he learned by taking this journey, the same way you learn by going to the zoo or going to see new things. And so I want to ask Cameron what the most impactful, what's the most important thing that you think you learned by going there? Maybe there was a play, maybe there's something in general, and maybe there's something specific.
I went to a concentration camp, the Buchenwald concentration camp.
Yes.
That was really hard to do.
Yeah.
When you walked in, it was just an overwhelming feeling of, I can't even explain it. It's just sadness. It was really hard.
Yeah. And what do you think? Buchenwald is a place where, some of you kids don't know, it's a place where some humans were very, very cruel to other humans, very mean. It's a very mean place. And so it's a very sad place, and it's kept there to remind people that this can happen. What does it mean to you to have gone there?
What does it mean to me?
Yeah, what does it mean to you now? What are you thinking about it now that you're back?
When I think about Buchenwald, I think about just when I don't really know how to put it. Like every country has something that they've done that's not very good, but I don't know.
So let's do this as another way to know, at least another way of knowing. What does it feel like right now to talk about Buchenwald? Do you have the memory? What does it feel to you right now?
It feels, whenever I think about it, it kind of makes me emotional, because I can just remember the energy and effect that it had on me just when I saw what happened and what went on.
Yeah. And you learned, it sounds like to me like you learned that in a way that it's hard to really understand unless you've been there.
Right, I mean, like, you have to be there to really understand it fully. It's not something that you could just tell somebody how it felt. You have to experience it yourself.
Yeah. So it's important in a journey to actually sometimes go there. You can read things in books, and you can learn things lots of ways, but there's some way in which showing up at a place, especially a place like that, really teaches. You learn. Was it worth it to go to Germany?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Have you caught the travel bug? You want to travel more?
Yeah. And we do it, well, it depends on where we're going. The old group that I was in, it's part of Rocky Mountain Children's Choir, but it's a little bit younger kids, so they don't go out of the country. So they do that every year. But since we do go out of the country, we do it about every 2 years, because take some time to save up to do it.
Yes. Right. It's another good lesson about travel. So I just want you just a second before we close here to look out, and these people who've come up here, and these people out there sitting in the pews. They're here to listen to you. I want you to know that they love you and they support you, and they're so happy to see you up here speaking your voice. Yeah, me too. So would you like to lead a prayer for us? You're going to make the paid staff do that.
I don't even know if I can really do that.
Religious professional.
That's right.
You can sing your prayer. You can sing your prayer.
You can see them.
Yeah.
I can see it, but I can really come up with you.
Sing all the you're singing now.
That's a prayer.
That's a prayer.
Whatever's coming out of your heart that feels true is a prayer. All right. We put the young man under a little spot.
He's up there.
Yeah, that's right. Let's be in prayer together. Spirit, thank you for this beautiful young man, Cameron, for his safe return and his adventure journey. May we all be open. all be open to where you will lead us, places near and far, and to what we are to learn, so that we might be wise, just, and loving.